Hey, what's up YouTube? It is K-Rod here. I'm back with another good video for today. I wanted to make this quick little video. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to make this quick little video to talk about Mr. Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez. I wanted to pretty much just make like my, uh, like how should I say it? I want to keep it as professional as possible, but I might get a little bit over this. But I'm going to keep this assertively respectful, if that ever makes any sense in a dictionary sense. But Caleb Plant, I kind of feel like he needs to watch out for Canelo's dirty tricks. I think Canelo Alvarez is still popping hot. And what I mean by that is that I still feel like he is still pissing dirty with the drugs that he may use. And I think, if anything, I don't know if it's possible to do this before a fight, but if you could file legal charges over possible damages that a fighter could do to you before the fight, I would think it would make all the sense in the world if Caleb Plant, if he could have more evidence dug up against Canelo, if Canelo Alvarez does pop dirty. Which, I mean, let the drug testing alone should show Canelo not being clean all the way. And I think Caleb Plant, he has something in place for that. But I would hope, like, there are legal ramifications for this. Like, I would hope that Canelo Alvarez gets held accountable, because the stupidity behind his fans is so mentally retarded to the point where you have to treat these people like criminals now, because his fans are just as stupid as Tyson Fury fans. But Tyson Fury doesn't have fans, but Canelo, he has fans out of pure retardation. Like, the majority of Canelo's fans are like young little boys and girls, similar to Jake Paul, that just follow him just basically for who he is. And people don't know who Canelo really is on a worldwide level. It's not like black people out of Africa want to see Canelo fight. It's not like Puerto Ricans really care about Canelo. It's not like Mexicans really follow Canelo. The only Mexicans that really follow Canelo are the Mexicans that Canelo had generated from his racist fan base from racist ass California. And I'm not to say California is a racist state. I'm pretty sure there are good parts of California. But let me keep it clear. California is not even a fraction of the U.S. California is like 25% of the United States population. So what Canelo Alvarez has done, he has only made himself a name coming from the West Coast. And yeah, people from the East Coast and Southern and any part of the U.S. knows who he is, but could we say he is the face of boxing? No, he's not. He's not making pay-per-view record numbers or record-breaking numbers. Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence do way more than Canelo on a scale of making more pay-per-view. Oh, also, by the way, have we ever gotten any pay-per-view numbers from Canelo's recent fights against Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Smith, Avni Yildirim, or Avni Shitdirim, because he is shit, and he had, came back, since 2 rings being out the ring, where Canelo chose him and requested him by way of the WBC voting. I think 70-1 or 69-1. I forgot what the vote was, but it doesn't matter. They arbitrarily set that fight up for Canelo to have a stay busy fight, so that way he could easily get his way to undisputed. And then when it comes to Plant, everything is anything until fight night. Which, what I mean by that is that he's gonna try anything possible to try to hide things under the rug until somebody like myself or Plant himself or anybody out of the stable of alternative media like finds something dirty that Canelo has been doing lately, and then boom, like, Canelo knows what, he knows what people like us are doing to him. We're talking more about him when he's not focused on the fight against Caleb Plant. And granted, he could be focused all he wants about Caleb Plant, but he should be focused about what we're going to say about him. Because I'm sure some of y'all that are connected with Canelo or somebody out of Canelo's team, you're listening. You're going to listen to this video when it comes out. And knowing that it will be uploaded when I do have the chance to upload it. But I'm not going to shut up about Canelo Alvarez's dirty, dirty tricks. Because what he did to Triple G, he should have been held responsible, and which he did. He got suspended for 6 months, but what did the WBC do? The WBC increased increased the computer oil limit, so that way you can have a certain amount of computer oil as long as it doesn't overreach the limit for you to stay in, for it to stay inside your system. So now Canelo Alvarez is basically able to cheat on fight night, which I'm really hoping that for this particular match, I'm really praying to the boxing gods that there is some actual justice being put against the WBC, because the WBC at this point is on burning legs. They're basically on thin ice. They have no more resources left. What is left is what you see left out of the what is there is what you see left out of the WBC. And for all you retards that think Canelo Alvarez isn't going to cheat on fight night, you're fucking stupid. Yeah, I'm sorry to be disrespectful on this video, but I'm just keeping it real. Canelo Alvarez is not going to come in clean. And if I'm Caleb Plant, I am going to a federal court with my lawyer to prove that Canelo Alvarez is dirty, where he had only been cleared by the WBC, but he is not cleared by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. And I swear to God, if they approve Canelo Alvarez and he is still pissing hot, I hope Caleb Plant files charges against Canelo Alvarez. You file charges and you put this man under federal court. You don't bring it to a state court, you bring it to a federal court. And I'm not so sure how the laws could work, especially for a foreigner that's not even a U.S. citizen. But I'm pretty sure Canelo Alvarez damn sure knows his life is not like all nice and dandy. He has dirt put on him. Canelo Alvarez knows what we're going to say about him. That motherfucker knows damn well that what we say about him, it's not going to be put on old media. So what I truly believe what needs to happen, if I'm Caleb Plant, I need to bring this loud if I see anything pop up dirty. Because if Canelo tries to say, "Oh no, I'm not dirty. I've been doing everything right. I was born ready." Yeah, you were born ready to be a bitch in real life. You were born ready to be a cheater in real life. Was you born ready when Floyd Mayweather gave you that boxing lesson where you said, "Oh, I was too green and Floyd Mayweather, he's the greatest in the world. He was in his prime. I wasn't in my prime." You were a fucking world champion when you fought him. And he took your belt and he flipped you off. He was like, "Oh, Canelo was so easy." He was way easier than Marquez. Marquez put up a fight against Floyd and he did way better than you. At least Marquez, I have more respect for him because that motherfucker, he had balls coming in the inside with Floyd. And with Floyd, every time when he hit Marquez, he just kept coming forward because Marquez, he was only good for one gear, which was just coming forward. But if the man was slick like Floyd Mayweather, if he had skill, if he had boxing ability, oh my God, Marquez, he definitely would have given Floyd issues. And that's why Miguel Cotto, he was even criticized after the fight, he should have pressed the action more on Floyd when Floyd was not able to get his jab off. But still, it's imagine what a prime version of Miguel Cotto, including Raul or I'm not even so sure if Raul Marquez would have been able to fight Floyd, but Juan Manuel Marquez in his prime, along with Cotto in his prime, they definitely would have given Floyd a lot more problems if those fights were were to happen. But either way, I'm going a little bit too ahead of myself. All I'm really saying is that Caleb Plant should really dig deep into this, into this Canelo situation if he ever gets caught dirty. Because if Canelo Alvarez, if he does get caught dirty with any drugs under the influence, I truly believe Caleb Plant should really file charges, because this is not only for Undisputed, this is for your life. And I would like to see Caleb Plant come out clean. And I don't want to see him get killed, man, because, I just think like some part of my, devilish conscience is telling me that Caleb Plant is going to go through the same motion what Deontay Wilder went through. And if Canelo Alvarez gets away with it, and Caleb Plant, he's, on a lifeline bed of him almost dying, and let's just say he died and Canelo got caught cheating for it, what the fuck are you guys gonna say when that happens? You know what, like people know what I'm gonna say. I'm going to say, Canelo, you need to go to prison. If you kill Caleb Plant and you got caught cheating for it, versus like legally actually killing somebody with clean tactics in the ring, which not everything's clean in boxing, but if you didn't have anything in your system and you by all means did not mean to hurt him that bad, and your power was just that good enough for you to hurt Caleb Plant and he just ended up dying after the fight, then yeah, I'm sorry, mistakes happen, but I'm not going to crap on Canelo. I'm still gonna send my condolences if that were to happen, but I don't want that to happen, because I know Caleb Plant, he's way more defensively responsible and more gifted than Canelo, to the sense where he doesn't let people just hit him like that, not for the sake of what people think he can get hit with, but I think Caleb Plant, he could easily be on his P's and Q's, and he could easily defeat Canelo with ease, similar to what Floyd Mayweather did to him. And, regardless of what people said or say about Caleb Plant, Caleb Plant is just not this type of fighter where he has minimal power, or more so, he has no power, and he's just, he basically fought bums leading up to Canelo. He at least fought guys that were, his mandatory, even though that he wanted to go that route anyway, because he chose not to unify until he had a clear-cut vision of how the division was going to go. But it made all the sense in the world to unify with Canelo. Otherwise, let's put it like this. If David Benavidez and Caleb Plant were to be for Undisputed, let's just say David Benavidez, he didn't cheat, or he didn't lose weight, and he actually kept his belt the entire time. What that means is that Canelo, he would have never moved up to 168. He would have been back at 160, or if anything, he probably just would have went after 175, because, if he thinks that he could beat Dmitry Bivol and, Artur Beterbiev and all those other guys, Joe Smith Jr., I'm pretty sure he has the capability to do it, but those would be very risky fights, but that's a doable, vision of what Canelo's road to Undisputed would be. He knows that he could definitely do well at 175, in which those are very risky fights, because Canelo, he's never felt the true power of 175, but at 168 and 160, he knew, it was basically a high risk, low reward situation at 160, or was it a low risk, high reward situation at 168? And he decided to go after 168 because he gets 3 easy fights, which he fights Avni Yildirim after he won the belt, or won the belts against Callum Smith. He won the WBA and the Uh, Shit, the WBC, after David Benavidez lost his belt off the scale, which was absolutely bullshit. But, once he got those belts, he decided to get like a easy tune-up or a easy stay busy cherry pick request for Avni Yildirim, and then after that, Billy Joe Saunders, and now here we are with Caleb Plant. So I think the only reason why Canelo is really there at 168 is simply because of David Benavidez. Because, like I said, if David Benavidez was the one in front of Caleb Plant, I guarantee you, Caleb Plant and David Benavidez would sell way better than Caleb Plant and Canelo. Because more people, they're talking more about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Well, they're talking about Deontay Wilder more, but you can see that nobody doesn't care about Caleb Plant and Canelo. I mean, some people are talking about it, but they're not talking about it to the scale compared to Deontay Wilder or Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, or Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter. Those fights actually matter because those are the best fights that are being made that are coming to you very soon. Because look at what's going to happen this month. We got Shakur Stevenson versus Jamel Herring this Saturday. And then the next week after that, we have Jaron Ennis and Thomas Delorme, which is going to be fire. And that's going to be insanely awesome. And after that, we have Canelo versus Plant. So we have 3 weeks of just unlimited awesome boxing. Unlimited, relentless boxing. And it's going to be flame. Because I know on Friday there's definitely boxing on. I'm hoping that there's boxing. Because I'm pretty sure for boxing this week, we definitely have fights on Friday. But yeah, Friday, October 23rd or 22nd, we have Oscar Rivas and Brian Jennings. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute, because Oscar Rivas, he's gonna fight fucking whatchamacallit. I thought he was already fighting. Yeah, Shakur and that. Yeah, Oscar Rivas is fighting that Rosicky guy. Yeah, for the Bridgerweight title. Yeah, I hope Oscar Rivas, he wins that fight, but yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Can't wait for that. Oh yeah, he's gonna fight Butaev. That's gonna be flame. Oh, and then can't wait for Dillian White and Otto Wallin. And then, Miss Beautiful Mary McGee going up against Miss Beautiful Chantel Cameron. And then we got the homie Jamal James and Butaev. And what? Ennis, he's a co-main event? Oh yeah, and then Jose Vargas and Jose Zepeda. But wait a minute, Jaron Ennis, you are a co-main event? Hell no. Give this man his main event, man. Get out of here. Do not tell me he is a co-main event to what? Get out of here, bruh. That makes no sense whatsoever. You have to be shitting me, man. Yeah, thank you. He's gonna be the, well, no, he obviously it doesn't show, but no, he is technically the co-main event to fucking wow, bruh. That's just terrible. So Michelle Rivera, he's gonna fight at 154. I don't know why he's ballooning up in weight, and then he's going all the way back down to... Michelle, what are you doing, man? I mean, I don't blame him because he's staying busy, but that's so weird, right? He's able to go all the way up from 135 to 154 and then back to 135. Wow. But I think he's better at bigger weights. I'm not gonna lie though, because his height fits so well for it. But yeah, Thomas Delorme and Jaron Ennis, and then we got John Carlos Torres versus Darwin Price. I'm gonna have Darwin, win that fight because he's not coming to play around. And yeah, not bad. Jose Matias Romero That fighter wasn't that good. He actually got his butt whooped by Isaac Cruz Jr. That was a very deadly fight. But no, I think this is a pretty, good card to fight, or a good card to see. Radzab Butev, not a good fighter. I don't think too highly of him, but that's gonna be a really good flame fight to see. Obviously, because Jamal James, he doesn't make anybody be bored seeing him. That's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, that's gonna be in Vegas, so I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be fire. But I find it so weird, like Jaron Ennis, he's only been active like out of the entire 2021, he's only been active twice, and I don't like that because it's like Ennis out of 2020, he's only fought like, wow, bruh. Look, out of 2020, even though that COVID was a problem, but he fought every yeah, he fought in like 8 months after his Iuba fight against Juan Carlos Abreu, and then after that it was 3 months, which is not bad. But then after that, fast forward, yeah, so that's not bad. Being back in the ring at least within 3 months, 3 to 4 months. I don't I don't mind it. I think it's better to fight at least 4 to 5 times a year. But if you're not able to get that, then by all means go by what you think is right for your body. But no, I think Jaron Ennis, he's definitely the future. So Jaron Ennis, he got next, man. He's just too good. But yeah, that is pretty much what I gotta say. I'm hoping Caleb Plant does very well. I'm still curious of who's gonna be on this undercard, because I want to know if Mr. Canelo and Caleb Plant are actually gonna have a good undercard. Cause if there ain't no good undercard, bruh, I'm not gonna watch this fight until the main event, obviously. But I'm not gonna watch the undercard if the undercard ain't good. Because the undercard better be good, bro. Because if it ain't good, it ain't gonna sell. Yeah, so Ray Vargas, he's gonna fight Leonardo Baez. Yeah, the same Baez brother that actually got his butt whooped, right? Because he got knocked out. No, that's his other brother. Actually, no. Yeah, he got knocked out by Carlos Caraballo. and then he got knocked out. He got stopped by Jason Maloney. And then he stopped Efrain Gonzalez, Angel Guevara, and now Ray Vargas. I think Ray Vargas is going to stop him. He's no joke. But, yep, Elvis Rodriguez is going to fight Juan Pablo Romero. I thought he was going to fight that Puerto Rican guy. I don't know what happened with that. That was supposed to happen on the Wilder Fury undercard, yeah, so... did he just say, F it, I'm not going to fight? So, I guess his opponent pulled out. That actually makes a lot of sense, so. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him back in the ring. And now we got Anthony Durrell. Ooh, Marcos Hernandez. That's not a bad fight. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good fight. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I think it's going to be a very good fight, but I'm just hoping Canelo, he just comes in clean, man, because to all you racist Canelo Alvarez fans, if he does not come in clean, you have nothing else to say other than, he's a shitty ass fighter. And even though that I know y'all are going to defend, cheaters, out of your own ethnicity, I'm just gonna say F y'all, man, because you guys are all gonna go to hell. And rightfully so, because you guys are dipshits in real life, and none of you can ever fight in real life. You guys have to cheat in order to win. So, fuck them, man. Fuck these cheating-ass Mexican fighters. Play it all day. Undisputed, here we come. See you November 6th. Bye. Thank you.